Hi everybody, it's Dr. Brown. I would just like to go ahead and show you how to clean up some motion capture animations. That way you can remove keyframes that we don't need, which will then remove memory requirements from that animation. So it'll make it cost less memory or use less memory in the game if we don't have as many keyframes. So let's go ahead and look at that. So this is going to be a step that you may not have to do depending on where you're working and the motion capture software they have. They may have the post-processing software which cleans it up and takes out the excessive frames. But if they don't, this is how you do it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is import one of the animations. So file, import, import. Mine are on downloads. Okay, so I'll just grab one at random. We'll grab Telekinesis FBX. So I'll hit open. And then under geometry, smoothing groups, under animation, make sure animation's checked. Under extra options, go ahead and check fill timeline, and that'll make your timeline as long as the animation is without you having to change anything. All right, then I can go ahead and hit OK. And that brings in the whole animation. Now, all of these little lines down here, those are all keyframes. So you can see they put keyframes for everything. For every bone, all at every single frame that you move, it made a keyframe. Okay, is what I mean by every frame. So a couple things. If I zoom in here on the skeleton, we can see the skeleton here, and we can see a couple of markers up here. And then over here on the left side, there's something called unlabeled markers. So if I just left click unlabeled markers, right click, select child nodes, and hit delete, that'll remove all the extra markers that you don't need to mess with right now. Okay, this leaves us with just the markers required for the mocap. Okay, so how do we get rid of all the keyframes? So I'll just go ahead and select, I'll hit play so we can see the move. There it is. Okay, so I'll stop right there and I'll left click this bone. So you can see how it has keyframes everywhere, but we can't really see the individual keys here. There's just too many of them. It's too small. So what we're going to do is change our viewable space here. So I'm going to start at 135. So I'm going to go over here to my time configuration. I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to change this to 135. And I'll go ahead and end it at 165. There we go. So now what I can see is with this bone selected, there you go, you can see that's this bone. These are all the keyframes for this section. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a box and delete a huge swath of them and see if it changes the animation at all. And if it does, then I deleted too many. So I'll undo it. No. It looks like it doesn't change the animation enough, so I'm going to go ahead and redo that. So that's gone. And then what I can do is we can then just go ahead and go to the next set of keys. And you'll do this for every bone, right? So you'll do this for every bone. So I'll work on the arm now. So then I'll go in here, grab this, delete them, delete. See if it changes the animation at all. Nope. So that looks pretty safe. And again, you're just going to delete large sections, usually about 20 to 30 frames at a time, until you see changes in the animation. And then you make sure to undo that. You make sure to go back to one of those keys that doesn't upset the animation. Okay, so you can see that those are now cleaned. So just to show you, if I hit 0, and what did it go to? 260, I think. So you can now see this bone has a huge empty space that doesn't actually affect the animation. Okay, and that's literally all you have to do for each bone, as best you can. Like don't go crazy trying to do every single spinal bone, because they don't move. Um, but make sure you take care of the legs and the arms. Try to clean up the head a little bit, and the fingers if they're messing up. And also you can adjust animation. So like if I go right here and I hit E to rotate, I can rotate the hand there. I can rotate, I'll do that. And then I'm just going to click set key, and you can see it put a new key there. So now I've broken the entire animation, right? So I'll have to go in and figure out how I should fix that. I can kind of go to right here and just keyframe it. Yeah. Okay. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Now to change the timeline here, you're going to click on time configuration and just do that for each time. So I'll go like 200 to 230, for instance, right? And then it shows me this set. And then I can go ahead and delete the ones that I don't think are going to matter. So again, you'll do everything in the middle. You won't want to do these end ones because those give you the kind of baseline for the animation there. Yeah, so you can see that didn't affect anything. Perfect. All right, and that's all you have to do. So I hope that makes sense. And if you have any questions, please just ask me, email me, text me, whatever you need. And there you go.